Hello everyone and welcome. Simon here from the Worlds of Wall Street. Harmony One is the subject in this chart analysis right here, right now. Before we go ahead with that, please do make sure that you have liked this video if you find it informative. Obviously do that at the end of the video because you might find it boring. Please do subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and make sure you hit that notification bell to ensure that you get all the notifications of our awesome videos coming your way in the future. So that out of the way, let's go to play in the chart. So just a couple of things before we go into detail on the chart. So Harmony One has had quite a few really good updates quite recently. We've had, for example, the Cosmos bridge occurring a few days ago, so very much around, I think it might still be in testing, some elements of testing stages, but yeah, very much asking for developers who are around the sort of Solidity programming, front end, JavaScript, all of that cool stuff, working on the ability to bridge Cosmos and Harmony. So some really interesting things happening with the Harmony protocol in the coming months. And as well as that, of course, we do have, I believe, some other elements as well with Unbound. So looking forward to seeing that occurring as well. So Unbound basically has, I think, testnets currently on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. So they're already live, but they are doing the testnet for Harmony One as well. So I think they're slightly behind schedule, but it's looking like around September time we might see the launch of that testnet with Unibond, if not already completed. So I have to double check that scenario as well. So that's going to have a bit more of a price effect, as well as some other things as well. And then of course we've got, well, I think just so you know, so like Unbound is kind of like cross-chain bridging, so it's very much an important part of the mechanism to improve liquidity of specific pool tokens, minting processes, and things like stablecoin development as well. So I think UND is working on a stablecoin aspect as well. So Harmony are obviously going to be used as a protocol for essentially enhancing that. So take a look at that information as well. It's really interesting. And yeah, we can for sure, actually, to be fair, do a video on Unbound Finance as well separately to this. But back to Harmony One, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone around the world, people of all aspects, let's go into this. So I did actually have some purple areas here, which you can see on the chart. These are my potential buy opportunities for potential corrections along the way. It's yet to be seen if we will hit those. We have had a couple corrections already, but this is more for a long-term buy back in, which we will adjust in the next chart. So don't worry too much about those. More interestingly, I'm interested here in these orange lines. We drew these two in previously as mechanisms of support and resistance from historic data in the chart. This year in particular for Harmony One, we managed to categorize ourselves from a few videos back across this line here, which kind of confirmed the 0.094 mark that we put in. And we went beyond that and tested these levels around 0.11, which again, we monitored this in a previous video as well. Then we started breaking this yellow line here, which indicates 2, 3, 4, 5-ish levels of support and resistance that we've had in the past. So that's why I've put that one there. And we have managed to trigger past those. So it's really interesting because we've managed to get 2 or 3 closes in a row now of this, as well as 2 other additional days of penetration. So I have a feeling we're starting to get confirmations of releasing that Harmony One into higher areas, provided we get another close today, which hasn't finished yet, of course, over that sort of 12-cent mark. I truly believe that we can start activating the new support levels and moving Harmony One up towards that 15-cent mark and beyond. We're nowhere near the sort of heights that we had, around sort of March time. My chart, unfortunately, isn't updating with what was highs and lows, but you can clearly see it was pretty much over to 22 cents roughly. So there's plenty of room left in the tank. The RSI is floating around midway, which is really good news. The MACD, since a few days ago when we were reporting a while back about, this is why I kind of put that marker in originally, we have transpired to a positive movement on the MACD again. So we're seeing positive momentum this week, irrespective of that crossover earlier. 22% up on the week, 26% up on the month as well. And if you're looking back as far as 3 months, 97%, and that even includes the heights up here and the drop. So absolutely fantastic bullish momentum, up nearly 3,000%, everyone. 3,000% nearly on the year to date. So I'm really excited. Harmony One, people have been saying, oh, it's not really been moving much, not really been doing this, that. Well, it has, because it's gone from 5 cents. We're now at 12, so that's pretty much double already, if not a bit more. And we are about to accelerate onwards. And it's been a healthy growth, similar to some of the other charts that we looked at over the last 24 hours or so. So really bullish momentum from Harmony One. Even with this movement here, there wasn't even much of a tail off, to be honest. It happened within the day, and we've accelerated the movement forward. So I do believe that we are starting to push towards that 13-cent mark. It would be fantastic to break that fully once we get the support on the 12, and then we can start aiming for this really big key area of support around the 15, just over the 15-cent mark. And then we can start talking about that a bit further on. One thing I didn't do, before this video started, I'm just going to quickly draw in some opportunity of trend here, just so we've got a rough scheduled idea of where we need to aim for moving forward in this chart. I probably won't do it from there, actually, to be fair. I'll just do it from this channel here, because then we've got a bit more of a momentum gradually here. So if we can keep channeled, guys, within this sort of area here, and in fact, if we tend to put this as a potential support line, if we can trade within this area here, I truly believe that we can start pushing up towards the end of September and into October with some really good opportunities of movement towards that 20 cents again. I do think we're a bit far off. Perhaps end of September, I would perhaps anticipate us potentially going over that 15 cents towards the 20-cent mark, and then hopefully in October we will start seeing gigantic propulsion upwards and hopefully some price discovery. Who knows where Harmony One will end up in this run, but some were saying potentially $1. I truly believe that we could get at least 60 cents, but let's ascertain what happens throughout September before we look at that properly. But do anticipate some really good growth opportunities. It's not financial advice, of course. Do your own research. It's just opinion-based and chart analysis from our side. That if you are even investing now, even if you missed the opportunities when I was buying it around 2 cents earlier this year, all the way up to where it is now 5 cents, was a great buying opportunity as well. Even now, I truly believe you are going to get fantastic growth and profitability in this upcoming cycle as we enter the end of this big bull run coming towards the end of the year. So do anticipate that. Get excited, guys. Of course, there'll be corrections along the way. It's not going to go parabolic up to those kind of heights. So do anticipate that along the way. Take profits as you go along. Really important you do that, because we don't know where the top is. We may not get past the all-time high. We may just statically stay there or drop down. So you just got to anticipate these things along the way. Then you'll never lose. Take out your initial investments, for example, as an opinion, and then you're rocketing upwards with 100% profits from your taking out of your initial investment, and then just take profits along the way, guys. And obviously reinvest if you want to, of course, on corrections. Absolutely build that portfolio up, whether you're short-term, long-term. I'm in it for the long-term personally. I've got mine in staking. But of course, if it gets to ridiculous prices this year, I'm going to have to do something about that, because it'd be stupid not to, and reinvest double downs, etc. over the next year or two, making our way up to the 24-25 bull run. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you found this informative. Like I said a moment ago, please do like the video if you found it informative, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll leave it there, and hopefully we'll see you and Harmony One on the moon. See you in the next one. Thank you.